Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is April 22nd, 1969. We are at historic Forbes Field for a big game between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Cubs come into this game a record of 10 wins and 3 losses. They are out of the gate quick. And right now they lead the National League East early in the season. The Pirates, however, struggling a little bit. They are 3-9 out of the gate. Of course, long way to go here. Pirates in 69 historically were not that bad. They actually had a pretty decent team. But right now the Pirates are struggling a little in the early part of this season. So the Cubs and the Pirates go after each other today, 2 historic ball clubs at beautiful Forbes Field. I wonder if anybody was ever at this park. If anybody was there, please let me know. Forbes Field, of course, 69 would be the penultimate year of Forbes Field. The Pirates would be there for half of 1970 before moving into Three Rivers Stadium. Jeremy Brooks and Phoenix Knight are first to join us here at Forbes Field. The Pirates historically won this game. Pirates had a record of 7 runs and 12 hits. The Cubs 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. But so far, we all know what inside pitch can bring. So we will see what happens tonight as Doug Hunt and Ron McGrath now join us here at Forbes Field. So if everybody's set and ready to go, it's time to play a good game between the Cubs and the Pirates. And there are a few Hall of Famers in both lineups. What do you expect? Let's see what we got. And let's get to it. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight is Doc Ellis. 11 wins, 17 losses, a 3.58 ERA, 173 strikeouts, and 69 walks in 69. We are at Forbes Field. Forbes Field, definitely a pitcher's park, okay? And now that I've said that, we'll probably have 20 home runs hit there tonight. Only 74 home runs were hit there. They add 2 to strikeouts, minus 2 to walks, and actually subtracts 1 from homers. So anytime you go to the ballpark card, there will not be a home run coming off of that card at all. So everything's going to have to be done by the player. And I don't know if anybody here was ever, I said this earlier, if this was anybody at all at Forbes Field for a Pirates game. I know, like I said, it closed in halfway through 1970. If anybody was there at Forbes Field, tell me about it. So let's go ahead and get to some work here. Let's go to the top of the first for a big game between the Cubbies and the Bucks. Leading off for the Cubs will be the shortstop, Don Kessinger. Always felt he was an underrated player. 273 average, 4 homers, 53 RBIs. Nothing wrong with those stats in 69. We're going to use yellow, white, and black dice. Pirates are the home team. The fans here trying to hope their Pirates can turn their season around early here, as they are 3-9. The Cubs at the moment are atop the National League East. Let's go to the first pitch. Ellis, 5-4. That is a blank. Kessinger, 6-4. That's a ground out to short. That'll be taken care of by Freddie Patek, who, of course, was on the 72 Royals that won the World Series in my network, and that is 1 out. Next batter is the second baseman, Glenn Becker. 291 average, a homer, 37 RBIs. That's not bad. Ellis will pitch. Ellis, 3-3, range play. Becker, 1-3. It's a single to center field, but going after that is Matty Alou. His range in center is a 2. He won't get it. That will be a base hit. So Becker will get a single, and he will hold it first. So now runner at first base, infield double play. Next batter will be the left fielder, Hall of Famer Billy Williams. 293 average, 21 homers, 95 RBIs. That's a pretty good year for him. Becker had 6 stolen bases, and he's not getting any here. Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Ellis, 4-6 walk, 17 is high. And Williams, as I dropped the dice, and of course it went all the way over there. So timeout. I'll go ahead and grab it. Okay, Let's try it again. Ellis, 4-2. Against the lefty, it's a blank. Williams, 5-6, and it's a base hit. He'll hit that one past first. That'll be a single. Beckert will easily make third, and Williams holds it first. So the Cubs are get a couple of hits early. And now the batter will be the third baseman, Hall of Famer, Ron Santo. 289 average, 29 homers, 123 RBIs. This Cubs team in 69 was a heck of a good team. Still surprising sometimes how the Mets actually overtook them. Runners in the corners, 1 out. They're going to stay at double play depth and try to turn the 2. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Ellis will pitch. Ellis, 1-3, that's at the park. Forbes Field, 3-5, and it's a base hit. That'll be a single past third, and the Cubs will get an early lead. Beckert will come in to score. Williams, he will have to hold at second. Ellis to first, and the Cubs take a quick 1-0 lead. So here come the Cubs early in the ball game. 3 straight hits. And still 1 out. Runners at first and second, 1 out. That will bring up the first baseman. This guy. First baseman himself. Let's play 2. Mr. Cub. Mr. Ernie Banks. Hall of Famer. Yes. And does anybody here have a problem if I say that Ernie Banks was one of the greatest of all time? I don't think anyone will have an issue if I say that. 253 average, 23 homers, 106 RBIs. Rock BB coach and Jimmy Jam joins us here at Forbes Field. You were at a Met game at Forbes in 69. You remember the Mets won. Okay, how old were you there at that time? Runners at first and second. That means you're probably old, I'm sure, like me, but how old were you then? So runners at first and second, 1 out already. The Cubs up 1-0. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. 17, okay. Ellis with the pitch. Ellis, 4-4. That is a blank. Banks, 4-6. He hits one to center field. There'll be a fly out to center. That'll be caught by Matty Alou for out number 2. And Williams, a base runner 4, hit to center -2. Alou a -1. Williams can take third on a 1. He'll hold. So 2 outs now. And that will bring up the catcher, Randy Hundley. Pretty decent year, 255 average, 18 homers, 64 RBIs. Pretty good behind the plate, too. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Ellis will pitch. 6-2, wild pitch, a possible pass ball, and that is Manny Sanguin behind the plate. His pass ball rating is a 2, and it will bounce off his chest protector and go to the backstop. The runners will advance. It will be a pass ball. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs, and we will redo the strat, and nothing on the 11. Ellis will now pitch to Hundley. Fans here at Forbes Field already see the Cubs ahead 1-0. Ellis, 6-6, that's a blank, not tired. Hundley, 5-5, that's a ground out to first base. Getting over there is Al Oliver. He will take it himself and retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, and a pass ball. Cubs probably think they might have gotten some more, but they take a quick 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the first. 17. Oh, boy, okay. Well, 1969 was the year I was born, and I'm 55, so I guess that makes you what, 72 or 71? I'll tell you, I was born in 69. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs will be Bill Hands. 73 in October. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you there, Rock BB coach, it's good to have somebody that's got this experience in baseball, and I'm loving it. Hands, 20 wins, 14 losses, a 2.49 ERA, one of the best pitchers in the league that year, 181 strikeouts and 65 walks. Mazel tov, by the way, to you, Rock BB. Leading off for the Pirates will be the center fielder, Matty Alou. 331 average, a homer, and 48 RBIs. He had an excellent season in 69. Hands will go ahead and pitch. Hands, 4-4. That's a range play. Alou, 1-3. It's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Don Young. His range is a 3. He won't get it. And that's going to be a base hit for Alou. So Alou will get the leadoff single for the Bucks. And he heads to first. Next up will be the third baseman, Richie Hebner. Underrated player. 301 average, 8 homers, 47 RBIs in 69. David Vega joins us here at Forbes Field. Alou had 22 stolen bases. He's not getting any here. Hands, 5-6. Home run chance. Lefty, 1-11. The 4 is good. Against the righty, Hebner needs a 9. -1 is 8. An 8 or lower, Hebner puts the Pirates ahead. No, too high. Hebner, 2-6. Instead, he grounds it to first. 1-1-1. Shortstop pivot, Kessinger, 0. Only a 1. It'll be a double play. They got it. 2 outs. Wow, a 3-6-3 double play. Hands put it right over there, but Hebner just got way over it and hit it hard enough so they could turn the 3-6-3, 2 outs. And now it'll bring up that guy, right fielder, Hall of Famer, best Puerto Rican player in baseball history, Roberto Clemente. He had an excellent year in 69, 345 average, 19 homers, 91 RBIs, and absolutely one of the greatest of all time, absolutely. Hands will go ahead and pitch. Hands, 3-3, strikeout, 17 is high. Clemente, 2-1, and he'll get a single. It'll be a base hit past second base. How big is that double play? Clemente will go ahead and get to first. And the next batter will be the left fielder, Willie Pops Stargell, Hall of Famer. Yes, and yes, one of the greatest home run hitters of all time. 307 average, 29 homers, 92 RBIs. And Willie Stargell was actually in a younger part of his career at this time. 2 men down. Anything on the strat? Clemente says, I'm staying put. Hands with the pitch. Hands, 6-4 against the lefty, blank. Stargell, 4-6. That's a ground out to second base. That'll be taken by Becker. And he's going to throw to first to get Stargell. And the inning is done. No runs, 2 hits for the Pirates. 1-0 Cubs after 1. Got a few Hall of Famers in the lineups tonight. Top of the second. Leading off for the Cubs will be the right fielder, Al Spangler, a 211 average, 4 homers and 23 RBIs in 69. Ellis with the pitch. 6-6, blank, not tired. Spangler, 5-3, ground out to third base. Hebner will go ahead and get that and throw it over. Next batter, the center fielder, Don Young, a 239 average, 6 homers, 27 RBIs in 69. Ellis, 2-4, range play at the park. Forbes Field, 5-5. That's a triple into center field, but it is a range play for Matty Alou. He's going to the wall. His range is a 2, and he's got it. Takes away a triple from Don Young. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. That was definitely a Sports Center moment right there. Great play by Matty Alou in center to take a possible triple away, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Bill Hands, an 0.92 average and 3 RBIs. Ellis with the pitch. Ellis, 2-3 against the righty, strikeout 19, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. First strikeout for Ellis, and nothing across for the Cubs. Bottom of the second coming up. Leading off for the Pirates will be the first baseman, Al Oliver, a 285 average, 17 homers and 70 RBIs. Does anybody agree that maybe Al Oliver was another underrated player? Hands was Sports Center even around in 1969? No, it was not. Hands, at least not that I know of. ESPN started in the 80s. 6-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Oliver, 3-1, ground out to first, handled by Ernie, Let's Play 2 Banks, and he'll take it to the bag himself. Next batter is the catcher, Manny Sanguillen. I think he's one of the more underrated catchers in history. 303 average, 5 homers, 57 RBIs. That is an excellent season for Sanguillen. I felt he was an underrated catcher. Hands, 1-6 at the park. Forbes Field, 4-5. And that is a fly to center field. Don Young will get to that one. Make the catch. 2 down. And now that'll bring up the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski, Hall of Famer. 229 average, 3 homers, 25 RBIs. I'm not. Is Bill Mazeroski the Harold Baines of the Hall of Fame, and that is the Harold Baines of that time? Mazeroski is the batter, though. Hands will pitch. Hands, 5-6. Home run chance. Righty, 1-5. 16 is too high. Mazeroski, 2-1. Base hit. He does make me eat my words a little bit. He'll get a single past short. Single for Mazeroski. And now that'll bring up the shortstop, Freddie Patek. A 239 average, 5 homers, 32 RBIs. And the commissioner here of RJL Network real quick goes down and gives Freddie Patek a World Series ring for the 1972 Royals. Of course, Patek looks at me like I'm nuts, but that's normal for anything. But Patek is the batter here. 2 outs. Mazeroski on at first. That is a 3. He's not doing anything. Hands will go ahead and pitch. Hands. 1-3. Strikeout. 16 is high. Patek. 1-6. And ground out to short. Taken care of by Kessinger. And he's going to go ahead and step on second to force out Mazeroski. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Bucks. Still 1-0 Cubs after 2. Is that the only reason why Mazeroski's in the Hall of Fame? Because of a World Series winning home run? We go to the top of the third. And the top of the order for the Cubs. Here's Don Kessinger, and he's 0 for 1. Ellis with the pitch. Ellis, 1-4, range play. Kessinger, 6-4, ground ball hit to shortstop. That's going to be for Patek. His range is a 2. That's a 1. Nice play by Patek. He'll get up there and toss it over to first for the out. 1 down. Another nice play by Patek. Next batter is Becker. Becker got a single his first time up. Frank Rosank joins us here at Forbes Field. Ellis, 5-1, blank. Becker, 3-6. That's a fly out to center. Matty Alou will come back in a little bit. And 2 men down. And now here's Williams. Williams got a single his first time up. Ellis, 1-2 against the lefty. That's a blank. Williams, 3-6. And that's a ground out to second base. That'll be handled by Mazeroski. Takes his time, tosses it over. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Doc Ellis. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Pirates will be the pitcher, Doc Ellis, an .088 average and an RBI. Hands will deal. Hands, 6-5 against the switch left. That's a blank. Ellis, 5-6, ground out to short. Easily handled there by Kessinger for out number 1. Here's Alou. Alou got a single his first time up. Is Doc on LSD? I don't know. He might just be. Hands, 1-2, strikeout 8. That will miss. Alou, 4-3, and that's another ground ball to short, handled by Kessinger. And over to first it goes, routine, 2 down. And now Hebner. Hebner 0 for 1. Hands, sets the pitch. Hands, 4-5, possible error. Hebner, 4-3. It's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Don Young. His error rating is a 7. That's a 19. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Bucks. Still 1-0 favor of the Cubs. We go to the top of the fourth. He pitched a no-hitter in 1970 on LSD. That I did know. I don't know if he's on LSD tonight. He's already given up a few hits, so I don't think he's on LSD. But I could be wrong. Who leads off? Leading off for the Chi Cubs will be Ron Santo. And he got a single his first time up. 1-0 Cubs, already top of the fourth inning. Ellis, 3-4 against the righty. Strikeout. That one is a swing and a miss. And struck him out. Second strikeout for Ellis. Next batter is Banks. Banks is 0 for 1. The saddest thing about Ernie Banks, he never tasted victory. One of the greatest players of all time, never got a chance to hoist the World Series championship. And if anybody, does anybody here have a problem? If anybody deserved the title, it would be that man. Ellis will pitch. Ellis, 2-6. That's a pitcher result. Righty, 1-6 is an out. The 12 is high. Banks, 5-3, and he gets a base hit. He'll hit that one into left field. Single for Banks. Banks gets his first hit of the game. And now the batter is Hundley. Hundley is 0 for 1. Infield double play. Banks didn't have any stolen bases that year. He won't get any here as well. Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Ellis, 3-3, range play. Hundley, 1-1, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Potek. His range is a 2, but a double play, it's a 1. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Banks doesn't have any speed in 69. I think this is one of his last years, and he's going to hold automatically at second base. So that is a single for Hundley. And now the batter is Spangler. Spangler's 0 for 1. Infield stays at double play depth. Anything on the strat? The 4 says no. Ellis in a bit of a jam here in the fourth inning. 1-0 in favor of the Cubs. Ellis, 5-5. Walk 4. Ball 4 easily. And now the bases are loaded. So all bases loaded now. And it brings up a chance for Don Young. He's 0 for 1. Infield is going to play. They're going to play in and try to prevent any runs to come across here. So Ellis will now pitch to Young. Bases are juiced. Bases full of Cubs. Nothing on the 9. Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Ellis, 1-2 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. That is a 4. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Ellis. 2 down, and now he's got a chance to get out of the inning because here comes the pitcher, Hands. Hands is 0 for 1. Rerolling the strike strategy, nothing on the 12. Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Ellis, 3-2 against the righty. That's a strikeout. That's a 10. Swing and a miss. Strikeout, and the inning is over, and he gets out of the jam, and Ellis actually struck out the side. Fourth strikeout for Ellis. No runs, 2 hits and a walk. As the Cubs strand all the base runners. Stadium cheers. Yay! Maybe Doc Ellis is on LSD for this game. We go to the bottom of the fourth. And leading off for the Pirates will be Roberto Clemente. And he got a base hit his first time up. I still say that if Roberto Clemente does not die in the crash, I still say he reaches 4,000 hits. I think he makes 4,000 hits. I know he sometimes was injury prone, but I think Clemente gets to 4,000. Hands with the pitch. Hands, 4-4, range play. Clemente, 4-2. It's a base hit right past the pitcher, but it's a range play for Hands. His range is a 3, and he's got it. What a play by Hands. He takes a hit away from Clemente. He'll underhand it to first for out number 1. What a play by Bill Hands. Takes a single away from Roberto. Here comes Stargell. Stargell's 0 for 1. Hands will pitch. Hands, 2-4. Blank. Stargell, 1-1, and against a righty, that's a double into center field, into left field. So a nice play nice hit by Stargell, and the Pirates have the tying run at second base. Next batter is Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 1. Love him, but he was 37 when he died. I understand that, but how many years did Pete Rose play? I mean, Pete Rose got over 4. He played many years too. I think he gets 4. And he was averaging, and Clemente was averaging between 150 to 200 hits a year. I think he gets it. And maybe in 6 or 7 years, I think he gets it. And he was still in, even though he wasn't 37, he was still in pretty good healthy. He was still pretty healthy. Stargelon at second. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Oliver is 0 for 1. Hands, 1-1 against the lefty, blank. Oliver, 1-3, ground out to short. That'll get taken care of by Kessinger. Throw goes over to first, and Stargell will stay at second. Two away now for Sanguian. Sanguian is 0 for 1. 2 men down here, tying run at second base, but right now, Bill Hands keeping the Pirates down. Nothing on the strat. Hands, 5-1, strikeout 6, cold strike 3 on Sanguian. He got him, and the inning is over. And that is the first strikeout for Bill Hands. No runs and a hit, stays 1-0 after 4. Nice pitcher's duel between Bill Hands and Doc Ellis. Combined ERA is 5.9 between these two. Top of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Cubs will be Don Kessinger. He's 0 for 2. Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Ellis, 1-3. That's at the park. Forbes Field, 2-5, and that's a ground out to third base. Hebner will go ahead and get it and throw it over. Next batter is Beckert. Beckert, 1 for 2. Ellis with the pitch. Ellis, 1-6, strikeout 12. That's too high. Beckert, 5-4, and that's a single. He'll pace that one past second base, and Beckert gets his second hit of the game. Now 2 for 3. And now the hard-hitting Williams, and he's 1 for 2. Infield double play. Beckert had 6 stolen bases, and he's not getting any here. Ellis with the pitch. Ellis, 3-5, strikeout 3, swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is the 5th K for Ellis. 2 away. 2 down now for Santo. Santo 1 for 2. Beckert on it first. Nothing on the 19. Ellis looks in on Santo. Fans here at Forbes Field hoping for a good pitch. Ellis, 3-1, error on a grounder. Santo, 6-5. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And coming under that will be Matty Alou. He will squeeze it for the out and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. They strand 1, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Another rapidly moving ball game so far. Leading off for the Pirates will be Bill Mazeroski, and he got a single his first time up. Hands will deal. Hands, 2-4, blank. Mazeroski, 2-4, and that's a line out right to the shortstop. Kessinger is there, 1 down. Hit hard, but Kessinger makes the catch easy. Patek is next. He's 0 for 1. Hands, 3-4, blank. Patek, 5-3, and that's a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Beckert, and he takes his time and tosses it over for the second out. And now Ellis. Ellis is 0 for 1. Hands will go ahead and pitch. Hands, 1-1 against the switch left. That's a blank. Ellis, 6-5, and he weakly grounds that to third. Coming in is going to be Santo, and he'll get it. And over to first it goes to retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. Still 1-0 after 5. Historically, this game had 12 runs. We only have 1 in this game. The Pirates won this game 7-5 in real life. And right now, Inside Pitch says this is a pitcher's duel tonight. Top of the 6th. Leading off for the Cubs will be Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, and he's 1 for 2 with a single. Ellis, he'll set up and deal. Ellis, 2-1, strikeout, 11. Cold strike 3 on Banks. That just painted the black, and he just got it against a righty 9. Plus 2 is 11. That is an 11, and he gets it. That is a 6th strikeout for Ellis, and that's 1 down. Next batter is Hundley. Hundley 1 for 2. Ellis, 2-2. That's a walk. That 14 is too high. Hundley, 4-4, and that's a base hit. He hits that one past second base, and he will hold it first. That's a second hit for Hundley. Next batter is Spangler. Spangler's 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield double play. Hundley had 3 stolen bases. Not getting any here. Spangler, Ellis, 1-5, blank. Spangler, 3-3. That's a ground out to first. Can they turn the double play? 0-0-0. Shortstop pivot is Patek. He's a -1. No chance of a double play. And that is a 3. Hundley's going to be thrown out at second base. Spangler will take first on the fielder's choice. And now here's Young. Young is 0 for 2. Franklin Long joins us here at Forbes Field. Late to the park, but still good to have you. Please take a seat and make sure you get something from the concession stands. I don't know if anybody was at Forbes Field. Were their concessions any good? Strategy roll. Nothing on the 7th. Spangler stays where he is. Ellis, 6-6. That's a blank, not tired. Young, 2-2. And that's a weak grounder to third. That'll be handled by Hebner, and he's going to throw to second against Spangler, and that will end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Cubs. The Cubs are just not getting any big runs right now. It's only 1-0 going to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for the Pirates. Here's Matty Alou, and he is 1 for 2. Hands, he'll go ahead and pitch. Hands, 6-1 against the lefty, blank. Alou, 4-3, ground out to shortstop. Kessinger, he's been busy tonight. He'll get that one and toss it over. 1 away. And now Hebner. Hebner 0 for 2. Hands, 4-2, range play. Hebner, a 3-3. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Ernie Banks. His range is a 2. He ain't going to get that one, and that is going to be a single for Hebner. So Hebner holds it first as he gets it past Banks. Tying run is on, and now the dangerous Clemente is up, 1 for 2. Infield is at double play. Hebner on it first. He had 4 stolen bases, not getting any here. Hands looking in on Clemente. Fans here at Forbes Field hoping for a good hit. Hands, 5-4. That's a blank. Clemente, 3-6. And it's a ground ball to second. 2-2-3. Shortstop pivot. Kessinger 0. A 1-3. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit as Bill Hands gets the twin killing. Still 1-0 Cubs after 6. Seventh inning coming up. Leading off for the Cubs will be the pitcher, Bill Hands, and he still has plenty in the tank. He will come out to bat. This is the 1960s, not the 2020s. Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Ellis, 1-6, strikeout, 18. Easily gets him, struck him out. That is the 7th strikeout for Doc Ellis, and Hands has struck out all 3 times. 1 down for Kessinger. Kessinger is 0 for 3. Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Ellis, 3-1, error, grounder. Kessinger, 2-5, and that's not an error. That's a slow hit ball to short. That's going to get picked up by Patek. Kessinger on his way to first, the throw. Kessinger's base running rating is a 4. And he gets in there. He beats the throw. It'll be an infield single. Kessinger gets his first hit of the ball game. So not an error, but Kessinger beats it out. And he's now on at first, the chance for Beckert. Once again, the Cubs got runners on base. They only got the one run to show for it. Beckert, however, 2 for 3. Infield double play. Kessinger had 11 stolen bases. The 10 means he stays put. Ellis will pitch. Ellis, 1-4, range play. Beckert, 1-3. That's a base hit to center field, but a range play for Matty Alou. His range is a 2. And they got it. He takes away a single out there in center field. Another great play by Alou, and Kessinger has to go back to first. Single to center, but Alou makes a great range play. He's done pretty well out there. And now 2 down, a chance for Williams. Williams is 1 for 3. Kessinger on at first. Ellis looking to get the job done. And I should mention actually that Ellis is tired. He's been tired for the first two batters of this inning, but nothing has hit there yet. Doc Ellis will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll first. Kessinger stays put. Ellis will deal. Ellis, 1-2 against the lefty. Blank. Williams, 3-4. And it's a line drive to second. Caught by Mazeroski, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. Once again, Doc Ellis getting out of these little jams. And the Cubs are unable to get any runs. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow morning. Remember, on Sundays, I try to get the game started between 11 and 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So it's our first edition of Sunday morning baseball for Sundays. Tomorrow's date will be April 25th, and we're going to go from one Chicago team to the other. We go from Forbes Field to Old Comiskey Park as the Minnesota Twins will take on the Chicago White Sox. Our first look at those two. Tom Hall will be going for the Twins, and a young Tommy John will be pitching for the White Sox. That'll be tomorrow's matchup at Comiskey Park. So join us there for some early Sunday morning baseball. Minnesota and the White Sox, Hall against John. That will be on Inside Pitch in the morning. So an infield single, you always roll to check the base running rating. No. Only if it's an error on a grounder or an error question mark. Error on a throw is an automatic infield single. You're just rolling to see if the guy still tries to make a play. It's not an infield single is only on error on a grounders or an error on an error question marks. Bottom of the 7th here, Cubs still lead 1-0. Bill Hands is pitching actually a gem. But leading off for the Bucks is going to be Willie Stargell, and he's 1 for 2 with a double his last time up. You're welcome. And, of course, Ronald Spersky and Matthew Stringer join us here at Forbes Field. Bill Hands will, again, I'll ask anybody that just arrived into the chat. Some people have already mentioned it. Has anybody ever went to, besides the ones that have already said yes or no, has anybody ever went to see a game at Forbes Field? I look at the picture of Forbes Field. It looks like it was kind of out of the way, covered by forest area or something like that. It looks like it was out of the way. Hands with the pitch. Hands, 3-1, error, grounder. Stargell, 3-6. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Ernie Banks. His error rating is a 2. That's a 7. He won't make an error. Hands will come over. Banks will toss it to him, and that will be out number 1. Nice play by Banks. Didn't make many errors that year. Here's Oliver. Oliver 0 for 2. That one was a little before your time. I know a few. I mean, the last year of Forbes Field was 1970. I was only a year old at that time. Hands will now pitch to Oliver. Hands, 5-3. Walk, 11 is high. Oliver, 3-2, and that's a ground ball to short. Handled by Kessinger. Takes his time over the first 2 down. Hands pitching very well today, like he did in 69. Here's Sanguian. Sanguian is 0 for 2. Hands will go ahead and pitch. Hands, 3-2. Hit by pitch. 7. Nope, that's high. Sanguian, 2-6. And that's a ground ball to short. Once again, Kessinger getting a lot of work in this ball game. That's going to be another put out for him. Throws to first, and the inning is done. 1, 2, 3, go the Bucks. Still 1-0 Cubs. But the Cubs are letting the Pirates hang around. Jeremy Marshall joins us here at Forbes Field. Forbes was on the Pittsburgh campus. Really? I did not know that Forbes was on the University of Pittsburgh campus. I did not know that. You know, I never looked up the address of where it was, but I never knew it was on the Pitt campus. Okay. All right. No wonder it kind of looks like it's in the countryside. Top of the 8th, 1-0 Cubs. Doc Ellis is tired. He is due to bat third. They're going to let him pitch. And leading off for the Cubs will be Ron Santo. He is 1 for 3 with a single. And Santo will bat here. They're going to let Ellis pitch at least. If he gets in trouble, though, he'll probably come out. Ellis, 5-3. Against the righty, strikeout plus 10. That 19, that's going to be a called strike 3, and he got him. He goes ahead and gets Santo, and that is strikeout number 8 for Doc Ellis. 1 down. Here comes Banks. Banks is 1 for 3. Family claim to fame as your dad at 14, running down third with Mazeroski after the 1960 World Series. How about that? Part of history. Ellis. 4-2 against a righty strikeout. 18 is high. Banks, 3-1, and he lifts a fly to left. Willie Stargell is going to get there. He will make the catch. That's out number 2. That is the first time Willie Stargell had to make a play. First time the ball was hit to left by the Cubs. Here's Hundley. Hundley 2 for 3, though, with 2 singles. 1-0 Cubs. Top of the 8th inning here. Ellis trying to go ahead and get done, and Ellis will pitch. 4-1, error on a throw. Hundley, 2-3, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. There won't be a throwing error because there's nobody on base. So Hundley gets a single to keep the inning going. Hundley having a good game. He is 3 for 4, and the next batter is Spangler. Spangler is 0 for 1, 0 for 2 with a walk. And they're going to let Spangler hit. They're going to keep Ellis out there for one more batter. 2 outs, 1-0. Hundley on at first. Strategy roll still on. Nothing on the 17. Ellis looks in on Spangler. Fans here at Forbes hoping for a pitch. Ellis, 3-6. Home run chance. Lefty, 1-12. The 17 is too high. Spangler, 1-2, and that is a ground out to short. That'll be handled there by Patek. He's going to throw to second to get Hundley, and the inning will end there. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. They're getting base runners, but they're not getting them in. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bill Hands will come back on the mound. He still has 6 batters left in his fatigue result. And leading off for the Pirates will be Bill Mazeroski, and he's 1 for 2 with a single. Hands will go ahead and pitch. Hands, 4-3 at the park. Forbes Field, 4-1. That's a single plus to right field, which means it's a possible double. Mazeroski rounds first. He's going to try for second. Right fielder is Spangler, has a +1 arm. A 1-3, Mazeroski takes second. And he won't. He'll put on the brakes and head back to first and probably made the right call. As the ball came in quickly by Spangler and the tying run is on. And now the batter, Patek, he's 0 for 2, infield double play. Mazeroski he does not get anything. Patek gets the hit and run. He says, no, I'll swing. He's not going to try a hit. He actually does get the hit and run call, but he's going to go ahead and swing here. Patek will go, actually, the hit and run might not be a bad idea. Mazeroski, not that great on the bases, but Patek does have the epitome of strikeout. Hit and run might not be a bad idea here. He got the hit and run call. You know, you're the Pirates, you're 3-9 at this season, you got to take a chance. Pirates are going to try for the hit and run. Hands, 6-4 against the righty, strikeout. That's a 5, struck him out. Mazeroski now on his way to second base, and it subtracted 2 on that. So Mazeroski a 10, -3, a 7, and Hundley -2. Mazeroski is safe on a 1-5. No, he's thrown out at second base. Strike him out, throw him out. 2 outs. Stadium groans. Almost got in there. The tag just nailed him. Now, in a failed hit and run, you take the stolen base rating of 10. -3 from hands was a 7. And Todd Hundley has a -2 throwing arm, which is a 5. And that was a 6. Mazeroski just got beat, just got tagged before he got there. And that's 2 outs. Strike him out, throw him out. We don't get many of those. And they're not happy with the manager of the Pirates. Now there are 2 outs, and we're going to see a pinch hitter for Doc Ellis. He is done for the game, and the Pirates are going to go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Pirates is going to be Carl Taylor. Had a pretty good year in limited playing time. 348 average, 4 homers, 33 RBIs. So Carl Taylor will pinch hit against Bill Hands here with 2 outs. The pitcher's spot is 0 for 2. Hands, 4-3. That's at the park. Forbes Field, 3-5, and it's a single. Taylor will get a base hit. How big was that failed hit and run now? So Taylor does get a single. Batter now is Alou. Alou is 1 for 3. Bullpen warming up a little bit for the Cubs. 2 men down. Taylor didn't have any stolen bases, and he will stay where he is. Hands will now pitch to Alou. Hands, 6-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Alou, 2-2. It's a power hit to left field. That's an 18, and that is way too out of there. Coming out for in left field will be Billy Williams. He will squeeze it for the out, and the inning is over. Stadium groans. No runs, 2 hits for the Pirates. Still 1-0 Cubs after 8. Top of the 9th coming up. Leading off for the Cubs will be Don Young. He is 0 for 3. Pirates need a pitcher. And let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Pirates is going to be Chuck Hartenstein. 5 wins, 4 losses, 10 saves, a 3.94 ERA. That's not bad. So Chuck Hartenstein will go ahead and pitch to try to keep it a 1-0 game. So is that Steen or Stein? Somebody tell me. Don Young will bat against him. Top of the ninth inning, 1-0 in a pitcher's duel between these guys. Hartenstein, 1-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Young, 5-3. That's a power hit to left field. That's a 17. And Young is just going to get that against the righty, and it's a triple. Don Young just got it, and he rolls into third with 3 bases on a big-time triple. And now some insurance is on at third base, and they're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Bill Hands, nicknamed Twiggy. As Hands is going to come out of the game, did a great job. He leaves with the win, and the Cubs will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Cubs is going to be Jim Hickman. 237 average, 21 homers, 54 RBIs. Jim Hickman will go up against Hartenstein. Brian B. joins us here at Forbes Field. Pronounced Stein. Thank you, sir. So it is Stein. Infield is going to play in 1-0 Cubs. Hartenstein trying to keep it 1-0, but a leadoff triple by Don Young definitely did the job. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 6. Hartenstein will pitch. 5-3, strikeout, 16, called strike 3 on Hickman, and he can't believe it. Against the righty, 14 plus 2 is 16. That is a 16, and that was just a good pitch. Great pitch by Hartenstein to prevent anything happening there. And now the top of the order for Kessinger. Kessinger is 1 for 4. Oh, Steen. Okay, Steen. So Hartenstein will pitch to Kessinger. Strategy roll still on. Nothing on the 12. Hartenstein looking in. Kessinger looking in to bring in a run. Hartenstein, 4-5. Strikeout 6. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Hartenstein. He gets it done there. 2 down. And now the Pirates a chance to get out of the inning. Here's Beckert. Beckert 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Marlon Price joins us here at Forbes Field. So Young is on at third. Hartenstein looking in on Beckert. Fans here at Forbes Field hoping for a big pitch. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 13. Hartenstein sets it up. And here comes the pitch. Hartenstein, 6-6. That's a blank. Beckert, 4-1. And it's a fly ball to left field. And Willie Stargell says he's got it. He does. And the inning is over. A leadoff triple, and the Cubs can't bring him in. Bottom of the ninth inning. The Cubs leading 1-0. But will we see some ninth inning magic? They'll have to go through the heart of the Pirates' order. Richie Hebner leads off for the Pirates. And the Cubs, of course, are going to bring on their closer. And the closer that year was Phil Regan. 12 wins, 6 losses, 17 saves, a 3.70 ERA. Phil Regan will try to come in and close the deal for the Cubs, as the Pirates are down 1-0 here. Hebner, the batter, he has to face Hebner, Clemente, and Stargell. Regan will go ahead and he will pitch. Regan, 3-4, strikeout, 16 is high. Hebner, 3-4, and it's a ground ball to short. Kessinger will go ahead and get it and throws to first, 1 out. And now here comes Clemente. Clemente is 1 for 3 with a single. Regan looks in on Clemente. Of course, one of the most dangerous hitters ever. Regan, one of the greatest overall players ever. Some people say Roberto Clemente was the Puerto Rican Willie Mays. Kind of hard to argue that. Regan will pitch. Regan, 2-4. Possible error. Clemente, 5-5. That's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to second base. Possible infield single. Clemente's got good speed. Base runner 4. Picked up by Beckert. The throw goes to first. Not in time. Clemente gets on base. That'll be a single for Clemente. He's now 2 for 4. And now a chance here, because here comes Stargell. Stargell is 1 for 3 with a double. Infield at double play depth. Clemente had 4 stolen bases, and he's not going anywhere. Regan now has to pitch to Stargell. If he makes a mistake, this ball game is over. Regan will go ahead and send it into Willie. Fans here at Forbes Field are loud. Regan will pitch. Regan, 3-3, strikeout 12, swing and a miss, struck him out. What a huge K by Regan. Just got him. 2 away. And now the last chance for the Bucks will be Al Oliver. He also has major home run power. Again, Regan's got to be careful. Oliver is 0 for 3. Clemente is on it first. Strategy rolls again. Nothing happening. Clemente staying where he is. Clemente, very good speed. He could probably score on a. Probably will score on a double. Regan will go ahead and pitch to Oliver. Once again, the fans are loud. Regan with the deal. 3-1. It is a blank. Oliver, 6-1. And it's a fly ball to right field. Getting over there is Al Spangler. He's near the line, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Cubs go ahead and squeak one out here tonight. A 1-0 win over the Bucks. Stadium groans. What a pitcher's duel between these two. And the Chicago Cubs get 1 run in the first, and that's all they needed as Cubs pitching downs the Pirates in this game. A nice win for the Cubs here at Forbes Field, and they are not raising the Jolly Roger tonight. Final line score coming up. For the Cubs, 1 run on 10 hits and no errors. For the Pirates, no runs on 8 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Bill Hands. He'll go ahead and get the win. Doc Ellis is gonna get the hard loss, even though he was throwing strikeouts. And Phil Regan does wind up with the save. The Cubs will now go to 11-3, and the Pirates now drop to 3-10. What a good game this was tonight. And I didn't really expect a pitcher's duel. 12 runs historically were done in this game. But tonight, Inside Pitch says we have a pitcher's duel tonight. No problem. We are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Now, this was actually the first game of a doubleheader between the Cubs and the Pirates. We'll get to the second game of that doubleheader later. Let's see how the rest of the majors does tonight. April 22nd, Cleveland at Baltimore. Indians 4-65, that is 7. Orioles 14-41. 5 runs. That's a win for the Tribe. Yankees and the Red Sox. Yankees 6-52. 4 runs. Red Sox 12-46. 5 runs. It's a win for the Bo Sox. California and the White Sox. Angels 11-11. That's 0. White Sox 6-41. That is 3. A win for the Pale Hose. Seattle and the Royals. Pilots 8-16, that is 1. Royals 7-26, that's 2. A win for the R's. Oakland and Minnesota. Athletics 11:35, 4 runs. Twins 15:64, 9 runs, a win for the Twinnies. Detroit at Washington. Tigers 16:32 and 4 runs. Senators 9:36 and 4 runs. We have extras. Detroit rolls a 1, -1 is 0. Washington rolls a 6. That's going to do it there. That will be a win for the Sens. Reds and the Astros. Reds 17-22, and that is 3. Astros 4-55, and that is 4. The Astros will beat the Reds. Giants and the Dodgers. Giants 12-15, and that is 2. Dodgers 11-61, 7. That is a win for the Dodgers. Game 2 of the Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs 7-51, 4 runs. Pirates 15-51, that is 6, and they will split the twin bill. Braves and the Padres. Braves 11-41, and that's 4. Padres 5-56, and that is 5. That's a win for the Padres. Braves are off to a slow start. Expos and the Cardinals. Spos 0-63, that's 4. Cardinals 11-31, that's 3. That's a win for the Expos. On to April 23rd, Detroit at Baltimore. No, we don't play both games, Brian B. Detroit at Baltimore. Tigers 4-24, and that's 2. Orioles 7-54 and 5 runs. That's a win for the O's. Washington at Boston. Senators 14-44 and 5 runs. Red Sox 10-12, that's 1. That's a win for the Sens. California and the White Sox. Angels 8-25, 2 runs. White Sox 8-34, 3 runs. That's a win for the Pale Hose. Pilots and the Royals. Pilots 7-61, 6 runs. Royals 12-41 and 4 runs. It's a win for Seattle. Oakland at Minnesota. Athletics 12-46. That's 5. Minnesota 12-43. That is also 5. They will go to extras. Oakland rolls a 2 plus 0. Minnesota rolls a 5 minus 3 is 2. It's a tie, which means Minnesota does win in extras by virtue of home field. Padres and the Astros. Padres minus 242. That's 2. Astros 11-45, and that's 5. Another win for the Astros. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds 11-14, that's 1. Dodgers 7-32, that's 3. And that's a win for the Dodgers. Pirates and the Mets. Pirates 4-62, and that's 5. Mets 8-62, and that is 6. And my Mets get a happy recap. On to April 24th, Detroit at Baltimore. Detroit 6-35 and 3 runs. Orioles 11-33 and 4 runs. And Baltimore pulls that one out. Yankees and the Indians. Yankees 7-34 and 3 runs. Indians 2-51, and that's 3 runs. They've got extras. Yankees roll a 3 plus 2 is 5. Indians roll a 4 plus 1 is 5. That is a tie, which means the Indians will win it in extras by virtue of home field. Oakland at Minnesota. Athletics 10-42, and that's 4. Twins 11-25 and 3. That's a win for Oakland. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 7-11, that's 0. Cubs 10-33, and that's 3. That's a win for the Chi Cubs. Padres and the Astros. Padres 6-16 and 1 run. Astros 1253, and that is 6 runs. And the Astros continue to win games. Reds and the Dodgers. Reds 8-16, and that is 1. Dodgers 15-16, and that's 3. That's a win for the Dodgers. Philadelphia and the Expos. Phillies 14-16, that's 2. Expos 745, 4 runs, and the Expos get a win over the Fighting Phils. Atlanta and the Padres, and the Giants. Gaylord Perry on the mound for the Giants. Gaylord Perry says he will hit a home run when they put a man on the moon. I heard they're attempting a moon landing this year. Atlanta 6-32, and that's 2. Giants 10-11, that's 0, and the Braves will beat the Giants. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be April 25th. We will be at Comiskey Park as the Minnesota Twins take on the Chicago White Sox. Tom Hall will go for the Twins, and Tommy John will go for the White Sox. So a good matchup between these two. Our first look at these two teams, and it should be a lot of fun to watch. That will be Sunday morning between 11 and 11:30 Eastern Time. Minnesota and the White Sox. Hall and John, be there or be square. Brian B., I don't know why you're not getting notifications, Brian B. Just make sure everything's clicked and everything. Brian B., Doug Hunt, Frank Rosenk, David Vega, Marlon Price, Franklin Long, XCSG2, Matthew Stringer, Ron Spursky, Jeremy Marshall, Rock BB Coach, Franklin Long, let's see here, Phoenix Knight, Jimmy Jam, and Ron McGrath and Jeremy Brooks. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. The Cubs win! Cubs win! They raise the flag. The Cubs take a win over the Pirates today, 1-0. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.